Whether it's your closet, your computer, your cell phone, all too often we just run out of room. Space is a commodity, but now there is a breakthrough that allows keeping tons of data in a tiny space. News 13's Fernanda Lopez reports from Sandia Labs, where it's all taking place.
Right now, scientists here at Sandia Labs are making it possible to store huge amounts of information in something so small you can't even see it.
Imagine being able to store the entire Library of Congress into something smaller than a speck of dust. Bioengineers George and Marlene Bachand at Sandia Labs are taking tips from Mother Nature.
You can imagine, DNA is extremely small. I mean, it's, or several thousand times smaller, for example, than a human hair.
It's not a new thing. Scientists have been playing with the idea for several years, but Bachand has a different approach.
You could store information in DNA, but do it in a manner where you encrypt the information and make it nearly impossible for someone who doesn't have the correct key to take that information and break the code and then be able to read that information.
Bachand says this could be a step forward for national security.
So this is a way of doing it safely and securely, for sensitive information.
So how does this work? Well, Bachand has figured out a way to turn text into DNA's language. He feeds the text into a computer, which makes a translation key. It turns that into a DNA molecule, then goes through another program to see if the DNA can be synthesized. And if so, the DNA gets created and placed into a test tube.
It really does represent just a fundamentally new way we can store information, for extended periods of time.
Bachand says that DNA can last tens of thousands of years even without a proper storage. Fernanda Lopez, KRQE, News 13.
Scientists say making the DNA is the most expensive part of that process, but the cost has significantly gone down and should continue to drop.